It started with silence. Not the peaceful kind, but the kind that pulses thick, tense, deliberate. The kind of silence that replaces a voice that once greeted you every morning. No, good morning, Maya. No memo. No farewell. Just a disconnected key card and a blank stare from the new manager, Luca. Half a smile, half a man. I knew better than to make a scene. They wanted quiet compliance. I gave them nothing. The email from HR was cold and clinical, effective immediately. Your contract is terminated. Thank you for your service. No one thanked me when they built the entire infrastructure on my back. No one blinked when my name was erased from the team list. Not even a call from the CEO. Vacation, they said. So I sat in my apartment, staring at the edges of a world that thought it could erase me. They forgot one thing, buried deep in Clause 12.4. All operational licenses, regulatory permissions, and sector certifications were bound to the named entity, Maya Ilrich. Bound to me. I sipped my coffee. They had no idea the engine was dead, yet they were still trying to drive the car. This wasn't just a firing. It was a calculated removal. You don't accidentally scrub someone's credentials at 2:47 a.m. I saw the logs. They left traces like amateurs. Every deletion signed with Luca's digital fingerprint. I remembered the way he used to watch me. Not respectfully, measured, calculated, patient. He'd hover by my office door, pretending to check on reports already submitted, asking questions he already knew the answers to. I always responded calmly, but I kept the real blueprints to myself. He wanted my position. He didn't understand the position didn't hold the power. I did. Then there was Clara, the intern I trained. Nervous laugh, too much perfume, and suddenly appearing in meetings she had no clearance for. The one Luca started mentoring. Her giggles were the last thing I heard through the thin walls on my final day. You really think she didn't know? I didn't rage. I planned. I went through company documents like a forensic surgeon, every filing, every registration, every clause that carried my signature. They hadn't even refiled the licenses. They couldn't. They were grandfathered under my name, my credentials, my clean record. Without me, they were an illegal operation masquerading as legitimate. I started the countdown. Day 1, I called the regulatory board. No name, just questions, enough to start the gears turning. Day 2, I spoke to my lawyer. He checked the clauses I already knew by heart and prepared breach reports. Day 3, I ordered certified copies of every document they failed to redact. Day 4, their systems began crashing, licensing checks failing, contracts stalling. Clara was suddenly acting head of compliance. Lucas sent an emergency memo. Panic began. The CEO didn't even know yet. He was on a beach somewhere, trusting wolves to guard the house. I waited. The CEO returned Monday. By Wednesday morning, he sent me a message. What the hell? I didn't reply. Instead, I sent a package. A bound report of every operational license under my name. A notarized copy of my termination letter. A compliance breach summary. And one final line. Ask your new manager why he fired the only person keeping you legal. On Thursday, he called a meeting, not with me, with them. I watched through the glass because some things deserve to be seen. Lucas sat rigid. Clara stared at the table. Then the CEO's muffled voice cut through. Which idiot fired her? The silence after that was louder than anything I'd ever heard. Later, he called me in. Not to apologize, to ask for help. I wore black. Not for drama, for clarity. He didn't offer my old job back. He offered control. I need you to fix this, he said. I slid a paper across his desk. My resignation, dated 3 weeks ago, delayed on purpose, strategically timed. I already walked away. He stared like I'd vanished in front of him. I'll reinstate you. Full authority. Name your price. I smiled slightly. You let them gut the company while you tanned. You don't deserve a fix. I stood, looked at Luca, now pale, finally learning the shape of consequences. Then I leaned in. Next time you play chess, make sure you know which piece moves last. I didn't stay to watch the collapse. It would happen in stages: compliance audits, investor calls, client lawsuits. And I'd already moved on.